Hall makes it 11-10. Trey White. The viewing tip when you're at a game. Ball tipped out of bounds by the Greyhounds. Still be Grizzly ball at midcourt. Well, if you're wondering, very simple to keep track of the 10-second count. Just check out the shot clock. When it gets down to 21, you're probably out of luck if you're not over by then. 11-10 score, and it'll be Carlos Paul with a throw in. Coming in for the Hounds is Chris Grubbs, 6'6" freshman from Fishers, Indiana. They got some bangers for that 6'6" variety. Pass on the inbound. Trey White has it in the backcourt. Here we go. Trey on the right side, keeps the dribble. Kicks it, lob pass left side. Germany feeds it inside, and Paul has it blocked away, and a foul is going to be called on the shot on Grubbs. Carlos got it swatted. Well, that's going to be on Hall instead of Grubbs. Brandon Hall with a foul in the act of shooting, so it'll be 2 shots. Carlos Paul, who had 14 points on Monday night. But he was only 1 for 3 at the line. He'll get 2. First one is good. A little greasy, but it still counts for 1. 12-10 with 12:36 to go in the half. Grizzlies on top by 2. Next try is good. (13-10) Grizzlies. 12:31 to go. First half. Tankersley way outside for a 3. No good. Rebound is tipped long, and it will be picked up by the Hounds of Maury Womack, who just came in the ball game. Womack, 6'1" guard from St. Louis. In the paint, Grubbs forces it high off the board. No good. Inside position, put up and in. Papula with the putback. And the Greyhounds have some great leapers, and they can make it tough. Here's a steal on the press. They tip it away at midcourt, picked up by Hall. Up ahead, Grizzlies' 4th turnover. In the corner, wide open for a 3. No good. Rebounded by Grubbs. He goes up, and it's good. Foul on the play. Basket counts. And the Greyhounds take the lead, 14-13. Carlos Paul with the foul. That's his first. Dallas Clayton comes in. Gagi Gavalia comes in. Carlos Paul goes out. Micah Garrett goes out. 14-13 Greyhounds by 1. And no good. Rebound long, picked up by Tankersley. Bounce pass behind the back, out of bounds. He went up for the shot, got hung up midair, bounced past it behind his back, and into row 1 over here in section 206. We are broadcasting from section 106 here tonight at the Civic Center. Up the right side, Germany. Pulls up, forces a shot for some reason, and shot an air ball. I guess he's trying to draw contact, didn't get it. And a foul behind the play is going to be on somebody for flopping. Oh, that's on Moberly. Someone from Moberly flopped. They don't put the 11. Amori Womack flopped. So that's a foul and a technical foul. 14-13. Grizzlies trail. Here's Aiden Gare. Free throw, and good. That ties it at 14. Grizzly basketball in the backcourt. I understand the reason they call that they're emphasizing that, trying to get flops out of the game, people faking. And I get that. And it makes it easier for the officials, too, but a little stringent sometimes down the lane. Here's a block shot by Dallas Clayton on the drive by Womack. Wow, the play that was. Gare, far side, left wing. 3 balls in the air. Good! How about that? That's like a 5-point turnaround. Dallas Clayton with a big block. The 7-footer comes through for the Grizzlies. Tankersley on the left point. Here's Brandon Hall. Hall sets and pops from 25 feet. Good. Tie game at 17. Moberly is number 7 for a very good reason, because they are very good. Trey White, left side, trying to get the lead back here. Hand it off to Kyle. Spins to the middle, turn around, travel with the basketball. Turnover 5 on the Grizzlies. Tied at 17. Kyle Germany will come. No, Trey White will come out. Rashad Weekly will come back in. So right now the Grizzlies have Dallas Clayton, Rashad Weekly, Gagi Gavalia, Kyle Germany, and Aiden Gare. In the front court, Sykes spins away, goes up the shot, partially blocked, tipped out of bounds. Grizzly basketball, and again, Dallas Clayton with some terrific interior defense there. That's his second block in as many trips. Well, in 3 trips. Interrupted by that 3 by Brandon Hall a little while ago. Tied at 17, 10.5 to go in the first half. Up the sideline, Clayton, cross-court pass to Kyle Germany. Rashad Weekly. Gare with it. Lob low block. Mismatch inside out pass. Here's a 3 for Gare. Good again. Timeout called by Moberly. Well, they were going to call timeout and change their mind. Pat Smith is just going bananas over here. Tankersley over a high screen, left elbow. Stops. Kept the dribble alive. Tedrick Washington. Here's a shot and a 3. Washington's first basket. Tie game at 20. Rashad Weekly, front court. Backdoor, good pass inside to Germany, but he had it stripped away by Sykes. Grizzlies turn it over for the 6th time. Tied game at 20, 9.5 to go. We'll have a timeout on the next stoppage. Washington will turn and shoot from 13. Good from the left side of the key. Tedrick Washington now. A couple of buckets in a row. 22-20. Grizzly basketball. Front court. Gavalio, bad pass across. Lob pass across. It's tipped away, picked up, and the layup by Washington is good. We got a media timeout coming up, but there was no dead ball there after the turnover. It's going to be a timeout. Grizzlies had to take the time. 9:05 to go. Then we'll get another timeout in just a little bit. First half, 24-20 Moberly. And we're back in a minute on KDY.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, we have it all for you. Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, where we love what we do.
Hi, this is Mark. Great news. Mahindra has 0% interest for 72 months on the 2638 Hydrostat, 4540, and 4550 four-wheel drive tractors. With spring just around the corner, make sure you have a Mahindra. They are built tough with a heavy-duty frame, more built-in weight, and a higher lift capacity. Now is the time to save big. Stop in today. Hirsch knows tractors.
Did you know Bailey Chevrolet GMC in Willow Springs recycles used oil to burn in their furnace? They need more oil, so for the month of February, the first 100 customers can save $10 off on an oil change. Call 469-3111 or online at BaileyChevy.com and get your oil change scheduled right away.
This is John Bailey at Bailey Chevrolet GMC in beautiful downtown Willow Springs. Your used oil doesn't go to waste here. Save today and help us heat our facility. Find new roads at Bailey Chevrolet.
It's back to the court for more Grizzly basketball on KDY.
Grizzly basketball back to play, down by 4, 24-20 first half against Moberly here at the Civic Center. Peebles at the left point, reach-in foul is going to be called on Moberly's Tedrick Washington. That'll be his first foul, team foul 5. I think. Well, the scoreboard says 4. I've got 5 in here, but it'll be Aiden Gare on the inbound play. Somebody needs to come to the basketball or go back court, and they do. Rashad Weekly has it. Grizzlies reset their offense. 16 on the shot clock. Fakes right, goes left all the way. Feeds it back outside around the horn. Wide open. Peebles with a 3. Good. Great ball movement that time. Great ball movement. Drove, kicked it far right corner, and then to the point. Kendon knocked it down Grizzlies down 1. That's kind of what we did on Monday night. Here's a shot at the point. No good. Rebound comes long. Picked up by Rashad Weekly. Rashad will spin away from the defense. Takes it all away. Goes up. No good. Got fouled. He'll shoot 2 with a chance to regain the lead. That foul is on Chris Grubbs. In the act of shooting, Grubbs with his first foul. 6'6" Indiana freshman. Tagged for that. Germany, Paul, and Garrett will all come in for the Grizzlies. Rashid Weekly, the Moberly transfer, at the free throw line. First try, no good. Still a chance to tie the game as Dallas Clayton comes out. Good job, Dallas. Really good job. One more try for Rashad, and the tie is good. Rashad comes out, Micah Garrett back in. Carlos Paul, Micah Garrett, Kyle Germany, Trey White, and Kendon Peebles are the 5 right now for the Grizzlies. Xavier Sykes brings it up the middle of the floor. He left home, went 30 miles to go to college. Grew up in Columbia. Pass low block. Pass stolen. Grizzlies come up with a 2-on-1 break. Peebles bounce pass across. Kicked out of bounds by the Greyhounds. They really got back on defense. They say the ball is off the Grizzlies, but that is obviously wrong. And they get the call fixed. I believe Rip Dodson. Got that corrected. Well, Chris Davis was the one that got that corrected. Tied at 24, inbound play, Grizzlies underneath. Wide open, there's Garrett in the corner. It's got a 3 up, and it's off the back iron, rebounded by the Greyhounds. Controlled by Brandon Hall. Hall being guarded by Kendon Peebles. Wrap around, give and go, bounce pass, whistle, and a foul on the floor before the shot. They ran a high screen pick and roll to the basket. And that foul is going to be on Kendon Peebles, number 1 on Kendon. Tie game at 24. 7:45 to go. Inbound play. They'll lob it in, low block. Now give it to Sykes. He'll put up a left-hand shot off the back iron. No good. Rebound by Micah Garrett. Grizzlies with a chance to regain the lead. Get it here on the left corner. Kendon wide open. Pump fake. Steps across. Gets it to Trey. He'll drive in. Kicks it outside now to Kyle Germany. Micah Garrett back to Kyle. Left wing. Peebles. He'll shoot the 3, and it's no good. Rebound comes way outside. Out on the wing. Sykes has it. And Moberly comes back. Good pass inside. Slapped away. Great play by Carlos Paul. Saved from going out of bounds by Kendon Peebles. Back to Carlos. Good stuff right there. Micah Garrett back around the horn. Back to Micah in the right baseline. Takes baseline. Far side. Germany's got a 3. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Papula for the Greyhounds. Out high, Brandon Hall gets the screen, goes in, goes up for the shot. No good. And foul will be called on the Grizzlies. Kendon Peebles going for the block shot, picks up his second foul. So, free throw shooting now with 6:44 to go. First half, it's been pretty much nip and tuck. Grizzlies had a 4-point early lead. Here's the first free throw, good. Brandon Hall with the first free throw, and he'll get another here. He has 8 points. Gagi Gavalia in for Kyle Germany. Rashad Weekly's back in the game. Aiden Gare's back in the ball game. So it'll be Gare and White at the guards. Next free throw is good. Front line of Weekly, Gavalia, and Paul. Now in the front court, pass up ahead to the left corner. Here's a catch and shoot, and good! And a flop is going to be called on Gare. After he let go, he went falling backward, and insufficient contact, evidently. Kelly Hunt, the outside official who called that. This was kind of the point I was getting to. I mean, they've gone a little overboard with these. If nothing else, just let it go. Free throw is no good by Tedrick Washington on the technical fouls, as Aiden Gare will get his second foul plus the technical. Backcourt, 27-26. Grizzlies by 1 with 6:33 to go. Don't want to get another technical, then you're out of the ball game. We need Aiden Gare in the ball game. On the baseline, moving in, a shot off the glass, no good. Tipped up, no good. Tipped up again. Boy, the Greyhounds after it. Rebound, though, to Weekly, and the Grizzlies come back the other way. Rashad has it on the wing. Gare, bounce pass free throw line. Carlos Paul, they've gone to his zone. That's odd. Here's Weekly for three at the point, no good. Rebound comes long and taken out of midair by Womack, and here come the Greyhounds. Down by 1. From left to right to the right point. Brandon Hall steps across, wide open three, and it's good, and the Greyhounds take a 2-point lead. Hall's made a pair of threes tonight. Has 11 points. Weekly out front. Grizzlies down by 2. Trey White, right point pass. Ball knocked away, stolen. And now back the other direction. Right-hand layup on the move is up and good by Washington. Off the 8th turnover by the Grizzlies. 31-27. Down by 4. This is where it gets a little tricky. You really need to get a good shot. You need to get a bucket here. Ball outside Weekly. Ball fake, drives baseline, feeds it back to Carlos. Back out to the point. Wide up fake, dribbles in. 15-foot open jump shot is off the back iron, high in the air. Rebound. Gavalia traveled with the basketball once he got the rebound. And the Grizzlies turn it over again. Germany and Peebles come back in for the Grizzlies. Paul and Weekly go out. So Amari Womack will bring it up for the red-clad Greyhounds. Trying to win their 12th game in a row. Crossover dribble, good move by Hall. Up and around, shot no good. Rebound, though, Spiller inside. He goes up and scores. Spiller has 8 points, 33-27. Really need a bucket. Kendon Peebles takes it all the way in, goes up, gets blocked, foul on the play. He'll shoot 2. Kendon beat his man on the dribble, and as so often happens, it wasn't the guy that got beat. It was the guy trying to help him cover up. Trevon Spiller will pick up his second foul. Kendon Peebles. As a freshman, we've really seen a lot of progress from him over the past 10 games. First free throw, though, for him here is good. (33-28). Aiden Garrett will come out. Micah Garrett will come back in. Next try is back iron, no good. Comes off to Grubbs. And back come the Greyhounds. 33-28. Greyhounds with a 5-point lead in the basketball. At the point, here's Washington. Drives in all the way. Leans, shoots, no good. Got fouled, and he'll shoot 2. Tedrick Washington is 6'1". Is really a handful. So he's at the free throw line as they clean up a little bit. We'll get it cleared and ready to go again. Tedrick Washington will be at the free throw line. He's 0 for 1 and has 7 points. Last foul is on Gagi Gavalia for the Grizzlies. First free throw is good. Six fouls on the, 5 now on the Grizzlies. 6 on Moberly. Next try, good. Washington is a really good player, and he now has 9 points. 35-28. Trey White gets it across to Gavalia. Now Trey, they go back, or are they going back? No, they're going back to the zone. In the corner, Garrett. Out to Gavalia. Pump fake to the corner to Micah. Penetrates, kicks it outside. Ball fake. Travel with a basketball. Turnover 10 on the Grizzlies. Trying to do too much. Aiden Garrett will come in for Kyle Germany. The offense has been a little bit hard to come by here in the first half, but Moberly gets a lot of that credit. Over high screen, Washington keeps the dribble, carried the basketball, pulls up and shoots and scores from about 15 feet. 37-28. Trey White over the timeline. On the left wing with 16 on the shot clock. Aiden Gare dribbles in, kicks it far side to Peebles. Kendon gets it to Gare. They close out on him quick. Gavalia. White. Here's a really long shot by Gare. No good. Rebound is tipped over, picked up by Micah Garrett. Feeds it across to Gare. He gets bumped. Far left corner. Garrett. Back it goes. Trey White. Now he'll get it outside on the perimeter to the left side. Here's a three. Good by Aiden Gare from way downtown. That one was from Aid Avenue. 37-31. Washington out front. Cut off. Hook pass, far left side. Hall with it. Wraparound bounce pass to the baseline. Will take it baseline. Goes up. Missed it. Got fouled. And he'll shoot two. In this case, he is Papula, and I believe that'll be the third foul on Aiden Gare. So he's going to have to go out of the ball game. Here's the free throw. No good by Papula. Now, that is his second foul. Evidently, flopping technicals do not count as personal fouls. That's got to be the reason for that, because scoreboard just shows two. He did get a technical, but they're not applying a personal foul to that. Papula missed the first one. Can he miss another one? Nope, made that one. 38-31. Full court pressure by the Greyhounds. Up the right sideline, now in the front court, Weekly. Bounce pass to the corner. Garrett drives in, and he gets hammered. And that'll be a 1-and-1. That'll be the seventh team foul on Moberly. .2:23 to go in the first half, 38-31. Moberly with the lead. Grizzlies with free throws now. That's the first foul call on Papula for the Greyhounds. Sonny Smith just said shoot a pair, but I believe he's shooting a 1-and-1. There you go, Sonny. Free throw by Garrett, good. Another try is up and good. Micah Garrett with his first 2 points, 38-33. Still 2:20 to go in the half. We need to finish these last 2 minutes strong and go in at the half with a tight game. Here's a shot, no good by Washington. Shot an air ball. Grubbs gets it back, goes up inside. He missed it, and he got fouled. And just one of those cases where not 'enough horses inside to go up against the size inside that they have out there right now, with Grubbs playing inside at 6'6" and moving people around. First foul call on Micah Garrett, and 2 shots for the Greyhounds here. Grubbs free throw, no good. Chris Grubbs. One more try for him. 5-point game. And good. Grubbs gets one. 6-point game, 2:09 to go in the half. Trey White up the side, now gets it across. Peebles gets it to Trey and just gets it over the timeline in time. Rashad Weekly back outside, Trey White. In the corner, Micah Garrett. Hook pass inside, bad pass through the hands of Dallas Clayton. Front court, Washington. Right wing wide open. Papula for three, and it's good. And now it's a 9-point game. 42-33. Bounce pass up now to the front court. In the corner, Micah Garrett. Round the horn. Trey drives all the way, lays it up, no good. Tipped up, no good. Tipped again, and a foul on the play will be called against Moberly, a holding foul, and that's going to be on Tedrick Washington. That's his second foul. I can't imagine he'll stay out there until halftime or possibly picking up his third foul, because he is a key player for them. Tedrick Washington to the bench. He has 11. Gage Pitts in the ball game for the first time tonight. If they are Bobcat at the line. Dallas Clayton, 1-1. Free throw is good. (42-34). And good again. Dallas had his best game as a Grizzly here Monday night. No doubt about it. He started off tonight great. Couple of blocks at the defensive end. And now 42-35 with 1:08 to play in the first half. High screen will go one way, then he goes the other. Grubbs at the point. Puts it on the floor. Kicks it over down the left corner. Papula has it. Into the post with Grubbs. Leans in. Shoots a scoop shot. Missed it. Rebound. Dallas Clayton got fouled by Grubbs. So with 53.6 seconds to go in the half, we'll walk to the other end, see if Dallas can make a couple more. Scoreboard says 9 team fouls, so we're one removed from the double bonus. Dallas Clayton, the free throw shooter. And it's good. That was Grubbs' second foul. And now one more for Dallas Clayton. 42-36. And no good. Rebounded by the Grizzlies, by Trey White. Out to Germany. 17 on the shot clock, 48 on the game clock. First half. Out to Trey White. Against the zone, left corner. Germany's got a three. It's up and short. Rebound to the weak side, picked up by Gavalia. Grizzlies keep it. Whistle and timeout called by the Grizzlies. Smart play there as Gaggi was trapped on the baseline, and Kyle Germany called the timeout. So a 30-second timeout. Grizzly interviews coming up. The Grizzly halftime. This has been a pretty unique year. Year to year, we have a lot of the same guests because, well, a lot of folks have been here at MSU West Plains for a long time. Good place to be. But this year, along with most of the regulars, we've had several new guests. We've had a couple in this week already. So that's a lot of fun. But the Grizzly interview is coming up in just a little while. 42-36. Grizzlies are down 6 with the basketball. 76-75 was the final on Monday night against Indian Hills. Greyhounds have also beaten Indian Hills this year. The 3 losses from Moberly, well, one was a 15-point loss to Highland, 10 points to Sauk Valley, and 2 to North Central Missouri. Inbound play, left of the basket. Gage Pitts will throw it in, does. 15 on the shot clock. Trey White to Gage. As they weave out front, he'll pull it back a little bit. Holds it. 7 on the shot clock. Bounce pass baseline is kicked. Still Grizzly basketball with 4 on the shot clock, 20 on the game clock. Gage tried to bounce past that ball between players, and one got his foot up and clipped it with his Air Jordan. Aiden Gare comes back in the ball game. If he catches it, he's shooting it. Inbound play for Trey White. Got to lob it out front, and the ball is tipped, taken by Gare. Aiden has it, and now 16 as they get the shot clock. Shot clock should be off. Kyle Germany. Trey White, 7 to go. Free throw line. Back to Trey at the point. Shoots a 3. In and out. Tough break. Ball is saved by Pitch. Out to Gare. Shoots it, but it's not going to count as the half ends. 6-point game. Good first half. Grizzlies trail by 6 to number 7. Moberly, 42-36. Grizzly halftime is here, and it's brought to you by Missouri State University, West Plains, New Beginnings, and Endless Possibilities. Grizzly interview is next on KDY.
It's Grizzly halftime on KDY, and our special guest, again, it's been a year of firsts for guests on our halftimes, and we have another one today, and it's such a pleasure to speak with Patty Figueredo. She is the interim head volleyball coach at Missouri State West Plains, but hopefully we'll be able to knock that prefix off of that title before too awful long. But we're very, very happy to have her in here for the very first time. I assume Paula told you this was no big deal, right?
Yes.
Okay. I can count on Paula to back us up here. Patty is right now in the process of formulating things for the upcoming volleyball season. This past year was a great year. Patty is an alum at Missouri State West Plains. Want to just kind of do a few things here, maybe talk about a few things, kind of familiarize people with her, although she is a very familiar face with the Grizzly volleyball program. When did your relationship with Missouri State West Plains actually begin, Patty? How did this all get started with you coming from South America to, of all places on the planet, West Plains, Missouri? How did that happen?
So back in 2008, Juliana Heeper, she played for the Grizzlies back then, and it was part of that, that time when I was trying to decide what I was going to do next. I was back in Brazil playing for the junior national team, playing club, and deciding if I was going to pursue the professional career in volleyball. And Julianne and her family just came to me, started talking, the great things about West Plains, Missouri, about, competing at this level. And that's when my mind, just came straight to West Plains, and I decided to change gears right there. And, I'm thankful for them for making everything possible. So Juliana was the main reason, of course, after connecting to Coach Trish Knight and Coach Paula. That's how I ended up coming to West Plains and being a Grizzly during 2008 and 2009. Yeah.
You take anybody from around here and said to them, okay, you've got an opportunity to do something special, but you're going to have to move to Buenos Aires. That would cause a lot of anxiety for a lot of people.
Yes.
Now, you did that, so you must have a lot of faith in Juliana to go on her word about how good this place was. So did everything she tell you turn out to be true?
100%. And I, it's a funny story that I have, and I don't even know if Juliana knows that, but Juliana was transferring to USF, South Florida. And at that time, in my mind, when she started talking about West Plains, Missouri, I thought it was in Florida. And I just said, I'm going to Florida. And because you never know. I mean, I never realized what the U.S. looked like and, the differences, between cities and places. So then I realized when I got here, oh, okay, now I see exactly where I am. And at first it was shocking, of course, coming from a big city. But the support and, the people here, the community, it was just amazing. I just felt home right away. The coaches, the players, teachers, advisors, everyone, they just wanted you to feel welcome, and they take care of you. So that was pretty amazing, and that's why it makes it so special to be here.
That was going to be my next question. How were you received Were you surprised at the reception you got?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Because you never know, coming from a different culture, you don't know what you're going to see. And at that time, I spoke no English, zero English. I didn't know if I was going to be able to communicate well with people. But, since the first day, it was just amazing how the people just want to make you feel welcome, it was shocking at first, but then it was quickly, the adjustment was pretty easy. Yeah.
What are your general feelings about the Grizzly volleyball program? It's done extremely well. About the only thing that the program hasn't done is won a national championship, but they've been right there, very, very close multiple times. So what is your general perception of the volleyball program here?
Well, I think, it's the connection. I believe we have had amazing players, and because it's a special place, they're always trying to connect with other players to bring them back to West Plains. So I think that's why, the program has been so successful, because I think when, the players come through this place and they're part of the program, it's not like they just want to go away. They always want to go back to West Plains. So when they meet some special players, some strong players, they want them to be part of this. So I think that's one of the reasons why we can, keep going always in the right direction. And, as a player, we finished second back in 2009 at the national tournament. And last year, of course, we had 2 years finishing third back to back. So that's the biggest goal now, to bring that title back to West Plains. I think everyone's excited with that.
And I think it's very exciting that West Plains is back in the mix of being a host for the national tournament. And that's a very attractive thing, too, I would guess, for players.
Yes, it is special. It makes it special. And when I talk to recruits about that, that we have hosted the tournament 11 times for 11 years, they go, oh my gosh, really? Like, what does it create in West Plains? Because you don't think that you can, have the top 16 teams and families in West Plains. So we want to for sure continue to do that.
Our special guest is Patty Figueredo. She is filling in right now as the interim head coach for the Grizzly volleyball team. So when you talk to recruits, how do you sell them on coming to West Plains? Because a lot of them, like you, came from a big city, and it's a whole different thing. So what is your pitch to them when you talk to them?
Yeah, so especially the international players, some of them, they want to go to a big city, they want to go to a big school. But the biggest thing that I tell them is that it's hard to find the support that we have here in West Plains. The community, the support that we have from community, from the staff, from professors. It made a difference in my life, when I came straight from Brazil and moving to a big school, moving to Florida State, transferring to Florida State right after. So I think that's the biggest thing, the support that we get from the community, from everyone that's part of the school, staff, professors. This is a place where they're going to be able to focus on, studying, getting better, learning the language, focusing on volleyball, and feel like they're protected. People are going to care for them. And when I have some players, some recruits that they ask about, I'm thinking about going straight to a 4-year school, and it needs to be their decision. They need to make a decision with their heart, but we want to be very honest with them, with what they are going to find. And I have had players that decided to come, to West Plains first to get prepared for what's coming next. So I think that's the biggest difference, and being able to be part of this community.
Do you feel like you have a lot of holes to fill going into next year?
We do. With our roster, yeah, we pretty much have 2 players coming back. So we need to get some new players to have a pretty much complete new roster. Yeah.
So this is going to be new for a lot of the players. Now, your players that you're recruiting, are you looking at players that are already playing college volleyball, or are you looking primarily at freshmen coming in, or a combination, I guess?
For the most part, we have a lot of freshmen coming in. Yeah, so right now we have signed 5 players. We have players from Poland, we have players from Slovenia, from Brazil, and we are looking at some players from Illinois, Utah. So, players that have some good experience back home, and they're coming as a freshman.